So I've seen so many posts on the Facebook pages that I follow, and they're always asking, like, how do I pick up my corn snake? There's a lot of people who aren't like comfortable with getting into their enclosure or whatever and picking it up. And I always like write out this long paragraph of what to do. And so I thought I'd make a video. I actually have a friend in the United Kingdom, and they're a little afraid of picking up their corn snake. So here's a little video of what I've found over the years to be the best way to pick them up. So inside of the container over here that we will look at in a minute is my weirdo tessera male, and his name is escaping me at the moment, so we won't talk about that. But he is one of my most spicy corn snakes. He thinks he is a king cobra, and he will coil and he will strike. He may not do it this time. We'll see what mood he's in, but I did notice he's in blue, so that ups the chances. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show what I'm going to do with my hand. And so whenever I go to open it up, I'm going to hold my hand like this. I'm going to make it into a fist. So you can see that my thumb is on the outside. The reason for that is because I want to use it to help grasp. So I don't want to keep it inside, because then I'm just going to have to pull it out. The main thing I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it so that my fingers aren't exposed, because my fingers are smaller than the rest of my hand, and so the snake might want to bite them. So that's the thing is that first I washed my hands before I did this, so I don't smell like anything. We have a cat, you can hear her in the background. I don't smell like my cat. I don't smell like mice. I don't smell like anything that's going to get me bit. Okay, so that's definitely the first thing. And then I want to make sure that my hand is as big of a target as possible, because whenever it gets in front of the snake doesn't really want to bite anything that it can't swallow. They just are not into doing that. So that's why I'm going to do it this way. So now we're going to focus down here. The container that I'm using, I actually transferred it to it earlier, and I generally put snakes in there to do like photo shoots. So like I like for them to be a little coiled up, and for them to be in a dark spot for a little bit to make them feel comfortable before I can shoot photographs. So that's why he's in the container that he's in. It is not his cage. All right, here we go. All right, so you can see I have my fist closed, got my thumb on the outside. I'm gonna pop the top, and right there he is. So region, move in so we can see him. All right, so you see he's coiling. Now I'm going to move with purpose. That's another part of this, okay? So he's coiled up, he's clearly defensive. He doesn't want me to have anything to do with him. I'm going to move with purpose whenever I put my hand in. I'm not going to go real slow, and I'm not going to tease him with my hand. I'm going to go in and I'm going to snatch him up. And this is going to be kind of fast, I'm sorry, but this is the way that you need to do it whenever you're going to pick up the snake. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to grab him like that. See? He didn't like it. And you can see his tail flipping around. You can see that he clearly does not want to be in my hands. He's trying to get away. But now, what I'm doing is I'm keeping my hands fairly closed, and I'm letting him guide along inside between my thumb and my fingers. And that is where I want everything to stay. Because if he decides to bite, he's going to try and bite something that's big. He's not going to bite my fingers. Now another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to avoid these areas. I'm going to avoid his head. I don't want to like tap it or touch it. If I do that, he's not going to like it. And I'm not going to hold on to his tail. See, he doesn't like that. See, he does not want my hand anywhere near his tail. So, but as I hold him, I'm just going to let him do what he wants. See, I'm not really like controlling him that much. He keeps trying to go up my arm. I don't really like that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to let one hand go towards the bottom. The other one's always going to go up towards the top where his neck is. So right about there, where my right hand is, I'm going to let him slide through the left hand so he feels like he's going somewhere. Put the left up there. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to control with my right. And I'm going to just let him slide through my left. He thinks he's getting to go somewhere, and it's calming him down. As you can see, he's not near as uncomfortable as he was to begin with. And there you go.